Hello everyone and welcome to a Static Grass Creations unboxing. These guys just came in the mail the other day. This is a Kickstarter for Critical Role's miniatures from Steamforged Games. I opened them up, made sure that nothing was missing. But I haven't had a chance to actually go into detail with these minis here. So I believe they are 28mm scale. So they do look good with your regular like Dungeons and Dragons miniatures that you can grab from Fantasy Flight and Reaper and all that. So yeah, let's get going on this. So this one's going to be for Vox Machina. We're going to take a look at them first. So the packaging does look really good. It's like, you know, wood box. And you have your contents list there. Steamforged. They do a lot more miniatures than just this. They've done a whole bunch of different Kickstarters. So, yeah. So if you're not sure what Critical Role is, or Vox Machina and all that, this is a group of voice actors that play Dungeons and Dragons every week, and they broadcast it on Twitch. Vox Machina was their first campaign, their first group that they had, their first set of characters for their first campaign. So over here we've got Grogg the Barbarian. The details looking alright. It's not some of the greatest. This is soft plastic, so the details usually aren't as sharp anyway. But you do have like the lines for tattoos. Got a little bit of hair. Yeah. This is Keyleth the Druid. Some of she has like antlers on her as like a crown or a tiara, and some artists hilariously draw it as like these really long deer antlers. But these ones are a little bit short, which is okay. Okay, good. She has like this cloak of leaves, so there is some detail in this cloak, which is good. You do get some of the lines for the leaves as well, so you can get a little bit of an impression there. Let's see. Grogg's face. Grogg's face has good expression. Keyleth's face, though, is a little bit soft. Her nose is like a little bump. Oh, bump. It's like pops out. This is Scanlan the Bard. See his little instrument there. I don't remember what all of their weapons are called though. That is a creepy smile. Can you even see it? It looks like he has a mask on. The eyes are very deep. At least you've got teeth. This is better done than the Keyless face, for sure. Vaxeldon, elf rogue. Half elf rogue. It's pretty good. The face again, like this was also, I think this was an issue during the Kickstarter as well for production. The faces had some trouble. I mean, they fixed a little bit of it, but Yeah, this guy's face is more like keyless. It's a little bit flatter, less detail on it, and the nose is like a button. It just like pops out. Here's Percy the Gunslinger. Originally their campaign was in Pathfinder, which has gunslingers, and D&D doesn't. So they basically transferred it over to Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition for the stream, because Pathfinder is a lot more complex in its the additions and subtractions and whatever the stat buffs and debuffs are. There's a lot more calculations involved than in Dungeons & Dragons, at least in 5th edition. So that's why they did that. So this one, they got over, yeah, the face was done better. I think it was because of the goggles. There's less things to kind of like make flat and muted. And his nose isn't as much of a button. Also, I guess because he's a male, but Scanlan also had that issue with the button nose. It's definitely shaped better, the nose. Got good pouches. Yeah, otherwise, like, the miniatures look pretty good. Detail is pretty good on the minis. It's just the face. Didn't do so hot. We got the bear. So the fur is looks soft, which is good. There are little scratches on the armor. Okay. The bear was good. A little bit of flash, a little bit of a mold mix up there, so his nose is a little bit askew. That's okay. Nothing a little bit of green stuff and a knife won't fix. This is Pike, the Gnome Cleric. So although her face is muted, a little bit flat, her nose definitely is better than Keyless and Scanlan's. Although pronounced, it's not as like massive. It's not as much of a button. It's like it's a point, right? Okay, good. She has like her little. Okay, I thought like the her hand was missing, but it's her deity symbol. And then Vexalia, the half-elf rogue, twin sister to Vax'ildan. Was she a ranger? What did I say, rogue? She's a ranger. Her face is better than Vax's. Yeah, Vax has like a super creepy smile looking thing. And then Vex has like a pout on right now. She's pouting. Her cheeks are very puffy. Very puffy. Oh man, very, very puffy. Okay. Otherwise, detail's pretty good. Next up, we have the Mighty Nein. This is for Campaign 2. If you're going to get into Critical Role, I recommend Campaign 2 because they start brand new characters. You don't need to know what happened last time in the last campaign to kind of know what's going on. It's just all the inside jokes come from the first campaign. So if you don't want to miss out on the inside jokes, then I guess you'd have to start in Campaign 1. So same people are playing, but they have completely different characters, or relatively completely different characters. So, keyless character, this is now Bo, the monk. The human monk. This face is flat, very much like Vax's, but because this is a female character. The softer features do work better for this miniature, but still, I would have liked more. Just a little bit more for the face, you know? And the nose is very triangular. You look at it, look at her straight on. You can see like her nose stands out. Can't really, it's not like a button. No, it's a flat nose. That's why. It like ends. But we'll see. We'll see how it looks painted. Which one's this one? This one is Caleb the Human Wizard. So his whole thing is he has a cat familiar, and some of his spells are cat themed, which is hilarious. Same guy who played Vax, very dark and brooding. Same with this guy's backstory. Very dark and brooding. Tattered clothes. So this guy's face works. He looks very old, but at least you've got cheekbones, you've got like a better proportioned nose, hair's looking good. Deep eyes, but not as deep as Scanlan's. So it's just like, I guess you could easily make him like a haunted looking guy. Fjord, the half-orc warlock. So this is a very good face. You have a little bit of a scar. A very flat face, just like an orc, I suppose. He has a tiny tooth. Little tooth on this side here. Next we have Jester, the Tiefling Cleric. So this was one of the ones that had major issues in production. It doesn't look like they fixed this one. They fixed the nose. Apparently the nose was much worse. But the cheeks are still puffy and huge, like she got stung by, like she ate a couple bees and got stung on the inside of her mouth. It's like her face is swollen, which is disappointing, and her eyes are like closed, which is too bad. Yeah, this one's probably the weakest sculpt out of them. This is Molly Mock, a Tiefling Blood Hunter. Blood Hunter is not a official Dungeons and Dragons class from Wizards of the Coast. It's like a fan-made class from Matt Mercer, the DM of Critical Role. So this face works. He has a very wide face, deep eyes. But the deep eyes like feel proportional, not like Scanlan's. It feels like it can be like this. And his nose is proportional as well. The rest of the details are good too. And the same person who plays Scanlan the Bard plays this Goblin Rogue. This is not the brave. She's a little goblin rogue, tragic backstory, still hilarious. So this is probably the best face done out of them. It's a goblin face, so they can do ugly, which is good. She's tiny. Detail's pretty good, and she has like a little ceramic piece of a mask that it's hanging from her neck there. Who the heck is this? I don't know who this is. Beard. Oh man, on the tip of my tongue. Shikaste, right. He doesn't show up very often, but kind of cool. Wrapped up in bandages. Face is all right. Mouth is a little bit soft. Doesn't really show up too much. And then last one is Yasha Barbarian. Same person who plays the Pike, the Cleric. This face works. This face is good. Small eyes. Nose is a little bit more proportional. Okay. Details are pretty good. Yeah. Okay. Next we have Jester, the Tiefling Cleric. So this was one of the ones that had major issues in production. It doesn't look like they fixed this one. They fixed the nose. Apparently the nose was much worse. But the cheeks are still puffy and huge, like she got stung by, like she ate a couple bees and got stung on the inside of her mouth. It's like her face is swollen, which is disappointing, and her eyes are like closed, which is too bad. Yeah, this one's probably the weakest sculpt out of them. This is Molly Mock, a Tiefling Blood Hunter. Blood Hunter is not a official Dungeons and Dragons class from Wizards of the Coast. It's like a fan-made class from Matt Mercer, the DM of Critical Role. So this face works. He has a very wide face, deep eyes. But the deep eyes feel proportional, not like Scanlan's. It feels like it can be like this. And his nose is proportional as well. The rest of the details are good too. And the same person who plays Scanlan the Bard plays this Goblin Rogue. This is not the brave. She's a little goblin rogue, tragic backstory, still hilarious. So this is probably the best face done out of them. It's a goblin face, so they can do ugly, which is good. She's tiny. Detail's pretty good, and she has a little ceramic piece of a mask it's hanging from her neck there. Who the heck is this? I don't know who this is. Beard. Oh man, on the tip of my tongue. Shikaste, right. He doesn't show up very often, but kind of cool. Wrapped up in bandages. Face is all right. Mouth is a little bit soft. Doesn't really show up too much. And last Last one is Yasha Barbarian. Same person who plays the Pike, the Cleric. This face works. This face is good. Small eyes. Nose is a little bit more proportional. Okay. Details are pretty good. Yeah. Okay. Lastly, we have the additional characters. Kind of like the lovable side characters. So again, this is from... Is it from Camp? No. These two over here, if I can get this open. Darrien, Tarrion Darrington, I think is what, a human fighter, I think. The guy who plays Scanlan briefly played this guy and his construct companion Dodi in campaign 1. This is probably a really good face too. He has a nice mustache, a little goatee going on there, wide smile, but otherwise the face looks pretty proportional. The helmet has a little bit of a miscast issue there, unless his eye's supposed to be covered. Otherwise, pretty good detail. You got the links in the chainmail here. You can actually see them and feel them there. Yeah, it looks like overall the detail in each mini is good, except for the face. The face they had trouble with. And then Dodi, the automaton. I don't think he participated in any combat, pretty much. He's just there to write down the exploits of Tarrion Darrington. He has like his quill and book. And his robot face, soft features on the robot face, so that's to be expected, I believe. And then Pumat's soul is like there's campaign 2. He's like the wait, is he? I don't remember. But he's a shopkeep, and he has clones of himself, magical clones of himself, that help him run his magic shop. So there's like Pumat Prime, Pumat 2, Pumat 3, Pumat 4. Yeah. All 4 there. Get some light on that. Can it even? There we go. Yeah, we have the one different one, Pumat Prime. So these guys' faces are good. Big fat nose. Big puffy face. So like, yeah. Got some characters that have good faces and good detail still. It's just some not. I'm looking forward to painting these guys. And I think I'm going to do like Let's Paint videos and Puma and painting tutorials if I can do that, but super busy, unfortunately. So that is that for the Kickstarter campaign stuff from Steamforged Games. Overall, they're okay. They're pretty good. Nothing to write home about. But it is neat to have like a little piece of the Critical Role memorabilia, Critical Role world, you know? Yeah. Well, thanks everyone for watching. We'll do some more of these, probably like painting tutorial or let's paint months from now, but soon eventually. Maybe not of Critical Role stuff, but of something. And yeah, stay tuned for more. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.